Okay, breakfast done, heading out back to Perth via the kept track, well via the highway first, then the kept track. The end of the kept track is very rough, so take the suspension bridge across and head off. It's about 7 a.m. Always amazes me that there's seagulls up at Northam. Onto the highway. We get noisy for a while. The kept track is just to the left of me, but last time I rode up here I found the kept track was hilly with a lot more climbing on the back country roads than on the highway. And to the point where when I headed back to Perth I rode Great Eastern Highway all the way to Clackline, then got on the kept track, just because although it's noisy, the grade is shallower and it's not coffee rock, which is particularly hard to pedal in anyway. So Great Northern Highway it is. I just got to be vigilant, watch the traffic, be attentive for them. And next stop is the actually Baker's Hill Pie Shop. We'll get back on the kept there. Some hills are just easier to walk. When you're grinding along at 5 or 6 kilometres an hour and you can walk at 5 with less load on your legs, why not? Stopped on a roadside stop about 15 k's in. The hills this morning have been tough, but I knew they would be. Up to 6-7% grade. But getting closer to Baker's Hill and the kept track, which is essentially an old railway line. So it'll be a moderate grade. Well, the highway's got too noisy at this stage, so I'm just going to take the kept track. Damn it, that was a bit deeper than I expected. Oh well, just that constant heavy noise, it's just a little too much.
The audio didn't work out too well for this recording, but I was glad to be off the highway. It's a lot quieter. The rest of the way into Swan is just gravel on the kept track and a few side roads. The station behind me is the old Clackline railway station. It's quite large actually, two separate platforms. It's where they used to load bricks from the refractory, which is another 3 or 4 kilometres up the road. and also it's where the 2J and the Golfers line split off, so surprisingly large station area.
Here we go, almost at Baker's Hill, in time for a pie. The weather's beautiful, it smells great too. Sorry. Baker's Hill Pie Shop. Your feet. Okay, Baker's Hill Pie Shop done, and back on the kept track. We have, I'm thinking, probably 30 k's to Mount Helena, and that's about it, I guess. We're off again. Just cruising along, taking it slow. Pretty spot, there's water either side of the track. Lots of wildflowers. Just a beautiful spot, really. And legs are feeling good now. That smells wonderful too. No cars. How beautiful is that? Quite a bit of water around this section of track. Actually how much better it is being off a highway. The highway this morning was okay, it wasn't that busy, but just the constant noise and there's flat nothingness. When you're on a track, you're watching where you're going, you're dodging soft spots. It doesn't seem quite as arduous or as boring as being on the highway. It's hard to work marginally because of the gravel and whatnot, but I don't know, it doesn't feel as just relentless and endless, I guess. I don't know how else to put that. It does help, there's a lot of wildflowers and stuff about. Pretty, it smells great too. Anyway, it's better. I'm enjoying it more. Nice bit of single track. Something smells really good too. quite sure what it is, but it smells nice. On Mount Lena Tavern, so we have about 20 k's to go. Oh, the food smells good. Not far from home, but I'm going to stop for coffee, just enjoy the park for a little while. It's not even 2 o'clock, so apart from the aeroplane, of course. That was a nice stop for a coffee. I'm only about 5 k's from home, but just wanted to stop, have a break and enjoy the national park before the silliness of the week starts. Well, that was a long downhill run, 20 odd k's. It was nice after the up and down of this morning. There's not far to go now. Climb over the fence. That's heavy.